Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's make sure everything is good here. Um, I know no one's on here yet. I'm not sure if I'm expecting anyone to be on here. But yeah, let me just make sure that we're good to go. Okay. Yeah. Wait a few more seconds, and then I think we'll be ready to go. Excellent. Awesome. 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 So yeah, okay. Thanks for joining me. Guys from might notice there's like a green background. That's kind of how things are right now. I don't have anything that I can really put up as a decent background yet. But also if you notice my shirt, um, spoiler for anyone that hasn't seen the Elimination Chamber event. But anyways, yeah, thanks. I'm Lenny. Welcome to So Big Movies. And here, what I really want to do is just share my initial thoughts on the 2024 Elimination Chamber event that just ended from Perth, Australia. Oh my God, I woke up literally at 4:20. Yes, I did a wake and bake. Sue me. But yeah, I got up and got right into it. Got myself prepared and ready to go. And yeah, I really liked the look of the stadium in Perth. It really made it look like a WrestleMania style event. And really, one of the things too is I don't even know what their pyro budget is, but man, the pyro that they used um, tonight or today was just ridiculous. But yeah, good on W. They really did their best to give Perth a good show and do everything big with the pyrotechnics. That was cool. On the kickoff show, the Kabuki Warriors defeated Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell was able to get a homecoming reception, which was really nice for her. And she was very over with the crowd. It was really nice to see. And I think, she's someone that I think could be, a cornerstone of the women's division in the future. I really like what she did with the way with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. So I think she has a decent future. But yeah, this match was pretty predictable. Kabuki Warriors aren't losing the tag titles anytime soon, and I think they're really trying to reestablish the women's tag title. So keeping him on the Kabuki Wars and making sure that they go on a kind of a semi-dominant run, I think is kind of the direction that they're going, and I think that is the right way to go. So yeah, good, cool, cool, cool. Um, the first elimination chamber match, the when the event officially started, um, I guess the first crazy thing was, and it's my own personal ignorance. When Raquel Rodriguez came out, I was like, "Oh, she's not wearing makeup." I'm like, "Oh, her makeup bag must have got lost in luggage or something like that." And I didn't realize she has a skin condition. So my bad. I'm stupid and totally ignorant. So you're probably not watching this, Raquel Rodriguez, but I'm dumb. I apologize. I was not aware of your condition. So my bad on that. But yeah, so uh oh man, Tiffany Stratton is insanely over already. It's ridiculous. She came out at the kickoff event yesterday, and the crowd just ate everything that she did up. And here this morning, yeah, man, when she came out, when her entrance music came out, the crowd was just into everything she was doing. She was the most over person in the entire match, and that's including Becky Lynch. It was really ridiculous, honestly. And yeah, and I believe she was the glue in the match because really, Tiffany Stratton was a part of like every minute of the match. She was it kind of reminded me of like, and this is gonna sound really crazy, but kind of reminded me of Ric Flair in the 1992 Royal Rumble, where he came in at number 3, and then he was basically in everyone's faces. And at the same time, there were so many people that hated Flair that they were getting in his face too. So he was involved in a good majority of that match. And that's why that 92 Royal Rumble is so memorable, because Flair was the glue and was so involved. And I felt this was kind of the same with Tiffany Stratton. She was the glue. She was really involved in every aspect of the match. And then when she got eliminated by Liv Morgan, it sucked the energy out of the arena. And that's when you know you have a really over act, because people do not want to see them lose. WWE, you have something special with Tiffany Stratton. Do not drop the ball with her. When I first saw her in NXT, I was like, this girl is something special. Man, don't drop the ball on her. I'm gonna get back to her in a little bit. But yeah. Naomi was first eliminated by Tiffany. She really didn't do a whole lot, unfortunately, in the match, unfortunately. Um, it was really good to back to Tiffany Stratton. Her and Bianca Belair is kind of doing a little mini feud right now. And it was actually a nice little visual of seeing Tiffany Stratton waiting at the pod, waiting for Bianca to come out. I always like little things like that show that, two people really hate each other and there's a real rivalry. So that was really cool to see. Um, Liv Morgan is insane, by the way. So she's really trying to live up to her Queen of Extreme moniker. She did this wicked insane senton. I think it was on Raquel Rodriguez from the top of one of the pods. It was ridiculous. But yeah, yeah. That was crazy. And Tiffany Stratton herself had a crazy sentence. She almost didn't rotate enough, but I mean, she still got crazy air on it. Um, yeah, like I said, Liv Morgan eliminated Tiffany, and I think it was kind of good that it was Liv Morgan that did it, because I think actually in the process of going into a heel turn. She's going into this whole Liv Morgan revenge tour right now, and that's going to lead to a face off with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is the most over female act in WWE, even though I mean, like I said, she's riding that thin line that Austin did in like late 1997, going into 1998, where he was basically still doing heelish stuff, but he was basically a face. And that's Rhea Ripley. That's where she is right now. She is on that line. So yeah, to see that's just all crazy. And I think you know Liv Morgan isn't going to get cheered against Rhea Ripley. So it just makes sense for Liv Morgan to turn. So I think her eliminating Tiffany Stratton and getting all those boos out her direction, I think it actually worked in her favor. Yeah, but yeah, Bianca Belair eliminated Raquel Rodriguez. And then it was a crazy ending. It was just really abrupt, and I kind of liked it. So it was like Liv Morgan pinned Bianca, and then immediately Becky Lynch came in with the manhandle slam and pinned Liv Morgan. And someone on the website that I frequent 401 made note that this is the third time now that Liv Morgan has been in a match where she ends up as pretty much the runner up. She was the runner up of last year's Royal Rumble. She was the runner up of this year's Royal Rumble, and she was the runner up in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm thinking that in some way, shape, or form, that's going to be used and integrated into her heel turn. So we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I really did enjoy the women's elimination chamber match. A lot of action, crazy spots. Again, seeing Tiffany Stratton be so over was tremendous. It was just great to see. But great match all around. Really, really happy with it. Um, Okay. So as an aside, when before the next match, which was Judgment Day and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, um So they made this whole thing set up where our truth was going to meet up with the Judgment Day in Australia. He's in Austria because of course he would be because he's our truth, you're national. No, you are a global treasure. Oh my god. That's so anyways, that leads us into the tag team title match between the Judgment Day and yeah, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, New Catch Republic. Um yeah, it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. It was actually great seeing tag teams doing tag team moves. I've been actually noticing that becoming something that's been a little bit more frequent. Again, I think this is something of more Triple H edict. Hey, if you guys are a tag team, we're going to give you guys a tag team name. We're going to give you guys a tag team entrance music and entrance graphics, and you guys need to do tag team moves because we're going to establish that. And I think I've been seeing that established really well over the past, I want to say maybe 6 months or so. So it's really great to see that tag team wrestling in there. Um, Tyler Bate spun Damian Priest for like an eternity because he's insane. If I was on that, I would be throwing up within like 30 seconds. But yeah, yeah, Judgment Day won. Coup de grace from Finn Balor got the pin, and I'm thinking that the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor's on a collision course with Awesome Truth, R Truth and The Miz. That's what I'm expecting for WrestleMania. Also, Dom, Dominic Mysterio, is still one of the most hated people in all of wrestling. He tried to introduce the Judgment Day at the start of the match, and they just drowned him out. It's crazy, and I know those boos are real. There's no sweetening of that volume. I've watched the live YouTube videos where he's out, and some of them you can't even hear him. So Dom, good on you, man. You're one of the best heels in the business. So that was tremendous. Um, so what was next was the Grayson Waller effect, and we got Austin Theory. He came out, and you know, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, and they've already done some mild interaction, but they really should form a full on official bro stable. They would be the most obnoxious heels. Everyone would hate them. They would get X Pac heat. It would be hilarious. And Logan Paul leading the way, leading the charge. It would just be, but that's an aside. But anyways, um, Austin Theory started things out, introduced Grayson Waller, who is super over, which he would be in Australia, in his home country. Seth came out. He got a great reaction. Obviously, everyone singing to his entrance music, but obviously, Cody Rhodes, who came out last, got the biggest pop. And Australia singing his song. That's amazing. They did that at the kickoff event. Triple H got them singing the song as well. So that was amazing. But what was actually really cool about this was Cody Rhodes embracing the Cody crybabies that The Rock christened those that were upset over The Rock coming in and taking over the WrestleMania 40 main event. So Cody Rhodes kind of embracing those fans, at least the ones that were passionate, not the crazy dumb ones that are like sending like death threats, but the ones that are passionate. Him embracing those, that's a really smart thing to do. That's a smart baby face thing to do. So whoever thought of that within WWE creative, good on you. That was really smart. And people are saying, well, Cody on the mic's not going to be able to stand up to The Rock, but you know what? He held his own and brought up a lot of really good points against The Rock, and you know threw down the gauntlet and straight up was like, "Hey, Rock, I'm gonna challenge you. If you want to go anytime, let's do it." And then Seth came in and was like, "Hey, whatever you want to do this with The Rock, I got your back. Whatever you want to do with the Bloodline, I got your back." I'm hoping this isn't telegraphing a heel turn. I don't think so. I think Seth is actually staying babyface for good until he is probably gonna go on the injured reserve shelf after WrestleMania. I figure that's probably what's gonna happen. But I'm thinking he's gonna stay babyface here. But um, it was a pretty standard talk show segment. It wasn't really anything much. Theory grabbed the mic from Grayson Waller and tried to do some rock cosplaying. Cody Rhodes beat him up. And Grayson Waller just kind of let it happen because he was kind of pissed that Austin Theory kind of tried to steal some of his shine there. So yeah, not much of a segment, but it was cool just kind of seeing everyone involved. And Cody obviously is still the most overact in the company. Um, so the men's elimination chamber was next. Everyone in this match super super over. Yeah, it was really cool to see that. It's just um the roster that WWE has this year is insane. It's tremendous. But yeah. So pretty much, Bobby Lashley came in. He got that elbow injury that he suffered from the Final Testament last night on SmackDown. That came into play when Drew eliminated him to start things out. Um, Randy Orton, man, I don't know if he has a legitimate back injury or if he was selling that well, but there was a point in the match where he was just starting to really sell his back. And I was watching it and I'm like, man, he's really in pain. So but he was still able to perform in the match. And I'm thinking that that was just him selling, and which was amazing if that was the case. But yeah, when officials were actually helping Bobby Lashley out of the Elimination Chamber, AJ Styles came out and wailed on LA Knight with a chair. Um, I guess they're starting a WrestleMania program. I was under the impression that there may be a possibility that LA Knight might go after Logan Paul for the US title. But that might not be the case now if AJ Styles is involved in LA Knight's business. So and that's gonna be a hell of a match if that's the direction they go. I'm not gonna be mad. But yeah, it was just interesting. That was kind of a shock to me. But yeah, so the Styles clashed on the chair, and then Drew eliminated LA Knight. Randy Orton eliminated Kevin Owens. Um, Logan Paul pulled out the brass knucks that he's been using in some of his matches in the past. Um, and he was going to use them, and there was just an amazing shot. It looked like he was just gonna use those knucks and then RKO out of nowhere. That was great. That was really brilliant. So Orton got the pin on Logan Paul. So then we got the final two, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, and that was it was shocking because I didn't see Logan Paul coming back and knocking Randy Orton out with the knocks. So it looks like that Logan Paul's WrestleMania opponent is going to be Randy Orton, and Randy Orton's going to be going for the US title. That's a big match. I mean, that's Randy Orton's a big name. So yeah, that's fair play. And if Logan Paul gets a WrestleMania win over Randy Orton and retains his US title, that's going to be a major statement for Logan Paul's career. Say what you will about the man and his personal life, but he's just a tremendous professional wrestler. And yeah, it's insane seeing his progress. But yeah, so Drew McIntyre, because he's a dick, covered Randy Orton and won the Elimination Chamber and is going to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight title. Good match, predictable, and I think that's kind of how I would say how the event would be. Good, but predictable. Pretty much everything that happened today was I think everyone or most of the wrestling community pretty much had to figure out because we're on the road to WrestleMania, and there are certain things that have to be clarified and crystallized. So making sure that we got the women's title matches, the men's title matches all set up, making sure that we have the certain secondary title matches freed up. We still got to figure out what's going on with Gunther and the IC title. I don't know if they're going to heat up Chad Gable. He's going to make another run for that. But yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania. The last match, Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. Um, Rhea Ripley was super duper over, super over. Which, like I said, I mean, she might be the second or third most overactive the entire company. Um, but Nia Jax absolutely hated. Tons of pyro for Rhea Ripley. Again, the pyro budget was crazy. They for Cody Rhodes as well. Back to the Grace Waller segment. There was just a ton of it just felt like overly unnecessary pyro for Cody. It was hilarious, but yeah, that was funny. But yeah, lots of pyro for Rhea. Um, there was some interesting wrestling. Rhea Ripley was trying some different maneuvers that she never tried before. Nia Jax was doing some mission wrestling. She did a stretch muffler on Rhea Ripley. I was like, "What?" So that was actually appreciated. It was a decent match, a decent power match, and Rhea Ripley kicked out of a Annihilator and got Riptide and won. Fireworks and got a big celebration. Again, predictable, good, predictable. And yeah, we're gonna get the big face off between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Everyone saw that coming for the WWE Women's World title. Obviously, on the SmackDown side, Io Sky from Damage Control is going to face off with Bailey. Um, Bailey needs people need to be talking more about Bailey. I just want to say that as an aside. But anyways, yeah, that was the Elimination Chamber 2024. I really enjoyed the event. It was crazy getting up so early in the morning. It's not even 9:15 yet. Yeah, and I still got some stuff to do. I gotta edit Wrestler of the Week now. And this week was crazy. This week was crazy. But yeah, this will be up for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Elimination Chamber 2024. What did you guys think of the event? Share your thoughts, leave your comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can get notifications as well. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care.